I got back in a whiskey phase last week, and I don't think I can handle it because this weekend I went down to Biloxi on Thursday, basically Thursday afternoon, and then I drove back Sunday morning, and within that 2.5 days of being in Biloxi, I drank over 40 beers, and I don't really drink beer, but I did a lot of it this weekend. And some people might say, damn, 40 beers in like basically 2 days? That's not smart. That's not healthy. But hey, my body, my choice. I do whatever I want. But let's just start off by saying Biloxi, holy crap. Amazing city. Didn't even know that place existed. Big fan of Biloxi. Big fan. It's dope. Like, I always thought like real casinos, I'd have to go to Vegas. But there are some like really small ones. There's one that my buddy Jasper works at that's like about an hour away from my house. But all they do is slots. Like there's no card games or like there's nothing where like there's a dealer there. It's just all machines, which I don't fuck with machines. That's the weird thing. I find casinos so interesting though. I did this in Biloxi. I walked through just recording rows of old people playing slots. And there's something that's just dystopian and unsettling about seeing masses of elderly people smoking cigs and hitting slots at like 10 in the morning. It's wild. But I kind of respect it. I don't know. It's interesting. It's unsettling, but I'm interested by it. Because I don't get the machine slots. I don't get programmed probability. I have to be sitting at a table. I get that. I don't know. I did some gambling this weekend as well. I hit one hand of blackjack, lost $100, off to a terrible start. Then I found my new favorite game. It's roulette. I played roulette like literally just one or two hands in Vegas before with my buddy Danny. Like literally just I made like 2 or 3 bets and bounced. But I played a handful of it this weekend, and that is a fun game. If I'm ever at a casino, I'm playing roulette from now on. If I feel like gambling. But yeah. If I want to gamble though, I'm going to Biloxi. Biloxi's sick, dude. It's the Vegas of the South. I fuck with Biloxi, man. If you haven't been to Biloxi, Mississippi, and you live in the Southeast, give it a shot. I'm telling you, because I had a good time. But roulette was a back and forth struggle. I started off bad, okay? I was losing a lot, okay? I came there with $180 in my wallet. Lost it. Then I was blessed with $1,000 to gamble with. Lost it. So I was down about $1,200, basically. If I just didn't gamble at all, I could have just kept the money and not gambled and had $1,200. And I lost it all. And then on the last day, I was blessed with another 300 to gamble. So I was like, I'm not hitting the ATM at all. I just lost $1,200. I'm not using any of my own money. I only lost $180 of my own money. I lost $1,000 that I was just given. And then I was given $300, and I was like, you know what? Have I learned my lesson? Should I just leave with this 300? Technically, I came with less than 200. I will have left with more money than I had if I just keep this $300 and not gamble. But that's not how champions are made, okay? So I went back to the table at a different casino. We stayed at the Beau Rivage, 5 stars. Recommend it. Super amazing. Great restaurants as well. Delicious steaks. But the second day where I was gambling roulette, I was at Harrah's, and that's where I got my hot streak. Okay, I took that $300. I went over with one of my buddies and sat at the table for a minute. I quickly racked up $1,000, so I was sitting at 1,300. I was like, "Oh, I'm up $1,000." I had nothing. I had nothing, and I was given $300. I turned it to 1,300. I should walk away, and I was like, maybe I can get a little bit more out of this. I quickly ran it back down to 300. And I was like, all right, we're back where we started. Should I walk away? And then I took the stack of 3 $100 chips and I put it on the first 12. Because generally when I'm playing roulette, okay, so the easy bets, if you're not betting like specific numbers and splitting stuff, the simple bets are either half of the circle is red, half of it is black. Half of it is even, and half of it is odd numbers. And there's also a 0 and a double 0. If it lands on those, if you don't bet on 0 or double 0, everybody loses, basically. So you have almost like a 50% chance, a little bit under 50, I guess, if you bet on black or red or even or odd. But the other one I like is there's 36 numbers. You can bet either the first 12, the second 12, or the third 12 on which number it's going to land on. And I guess if you understand the rules of roulette, this is kind of boring, but I just want to kind of explain the odds. So if you bet red and black, it's about a 50% chance, so you get double your money if you get it right. Same with even and odd. But if you bet the 12s, the first 12, second 12, third 12, it all pays out based on the probability. So those are thirds. So if you get that bet right, you get 3 times your money. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take this 300, put it on first 12. Bam, lands on 12. I'm back to 900. I walk away from the table for a little bit. I'm like, I'm up 3x. That was risky. And then I went back to drinking beers. My beer of the weekend was Corona Premier, which is like the Corona Light, basically, less carbs, less calories, with a lime. So I was crushing Coronas and limes with Zyn 3 Cool Mints in my mouth. That was the go-to this weekend. Just crushing a Corona with a lime, popping a Zyn 3 Cool Mint. So I go back to watching March Madness basketball in the sports TV area. We had like a reserve section of couches. And then I came back with my buddy. He was over there. And I grabbed $600 in chips. And I put it on a color. I thought I picked black. I just forgot what I put it on. I knew I picked a color, but for some reason when they spun the ball around the roulette circle, whatever the fuck it's called, for some reason I was thinking black, and it landed on 34 red, and I had $600 on the table, and I went fuck, and then I looked down at the table, and my chips were stacked on red, and I was like, oh shit, and there was like this black lady that was dealing the table next to me that nobody was at the table, so she was watching. And she started dying laughing. She was like, that was pretty funny. I just threw $600 and forgot what I bet on. So I hit that one and then I just walked away. I was like, you know what? I just turned 9. I was either going to go from 900 to either 300 or 1500. And I hit 1500. So I was like, I can't even remember what I'm betting on. I should probably get the fuck away from the table. And I walked away with 1500. So you know what? Based on the money that I brought in my own pocket, $180. And what I was given to bet with was $1,300 in total. In total, the money I put on the table that entire weekend was $1,480, and I walked away with $1,500, brother. Made $20. Dug my way back from nothing to be positive 20. There was times where I was like, you know what, I could cut my losses and just walk away with this 300, because I've lost so much. I was like, no, that's not how champions are made. That's not the champion mindset. So I stuck to my guns, bet smart, except for the last one, and I walked out positive. Hell yeah. Biloxi rules. We also ate at a restaurant. If you're not familiar, it's called Twin Peaks. If you're not familiar, I'll explain it to you. I'm not really into these gimmicky restaurants like Hooters or Tilted Kilt. If you're familiar with those, but Twin Peaks is kind of like it's like a Tilted Kilt or Hooters, except for it's like outdoors, I guess. So all the girls wear like lumberjack stuff. And I'm not really into that like gimmicky stuff, but we were trying to find a sports bar that had TVs because it was packed for March Madness. But let me tell you this. I will not let anybody disparage the name of Twin Peaks because their cold draft beers, I haven't had a draft beer in a long time, but their big selling point is that they sell draft beers that are served at sub 30-degree temperatures. So we'd get huge, like 24-ounce draft beers that were like, they had like chunks of ice in them. They were so cold. And I really enjoyed that. I drank almost a gallon of beer. We went there twice. I drank almost a gallon of beer each time. And I played it safe when I'm drinking. I eat just a bland meal, chicken tenders and fries. Keep it simple, keep it sweet. Chicken tenders were phenomenal, and fries were seasoned extraordinarily. So, 5 stars. 5 stars on that. I could care less about the gimmick. I mean, the girls were cool. They were nice. But the beer and the chicken tenders, phenomenal. But yeah, I drank so fucking much. The Coronas and the limes. Oh. And on the first night, we were walking around the casino at the Beau Rivage. And I was walking around just from like bouncing around like sections where tables were. And I saw a guy on a phone. And I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that guy. It's a tough looking white dude. Where do I know him from? And then I verbally went, MMA. And then I walked my way over to him. I recognized him, and I was like, that's Dustin Jacoby. He's a UFC light heavyweight. He used to fight in Glory Kickboxing. And I was just really stoked. So I walked up to, he was like getting off the phone, walking back up to a gambling table. And I just walked up next to him with straight up autistic social abilities, just nervous, and just stood next to him for like 1 second, and he wasn't acknowledging me. And I just went, I'm a big fan, and reached out for a handshake. And then he recognized, he like saw me, and he was like, what? Oh, all right. And he like shook my hand. And then I look over, and right next to him, I didn't even see this, was Justin Gaethje, the number 1 contender at UFC lightweights, the former BMF. Or I guess he is the BMF. I forget who has, no, former BMF. I was like, holy shit, that's Justin Gaethje. I was like, I'm a big fan of you too. And I shook his hand. And then I walked away, and I was like, damn it, I probably could have gone about that better. Probably could have had a better convo if I was pretty fucking tossed. But then the next day, I just worked out. I hit the gym every day. I checked out their gym. They had I don't have a lot of machines here at in my garage gym. So the main focus of each day was I was just hitting machines, finishing with some dumbbell work, and then ended with dead hangs every day. You know, I got to hit those 1 minute dead hangs for grip strength, decompression, and shoulder health. But it was fun hitting machines. I think machines are cool because it's a fixed motion. You can kind of like, you don't have to worry about stabilizing as much. You can just kind of like focus on the strength side of it. Dude, I've been doing mad dead hangs. My grip strength and my forearms are getting jacked, bro. My hands are strong as shit. Okay. Oh, dude, my liver hurts. I need to get my dose stuff in. Yeah. I drank way too much this weekend. I shouldn't have drank a high noon on this. All right, so I got in the elevator, and I was with the guys I was on the trip with, and I look over, and right next to me is Dustin Jacoby, and he has like his golf clubs, and he's going out golfing. I'm standing right next to him. I didn't even realize I got in the elevator next to him. So I was like, round 2, let's see if we can do this better. And I was like, hey man, I'm a really big fan. I followed you since your Glory kickboxing days, because that was the thing I wish I said the night before. So I was like, I need to let him know I'm a real fan. And he was like, oh shit, really? Oh, thanks, man. He like shook my hand. And then that's just where I ended it. I just wanted to say, hey, I'm a big fan. I followed you since the Glory kickboxing days. I wanted to throw Glory kickboxing a shout out in this interaction. So then we get off the elevator, and he's behind us, and I'm walking into the lobby, and then I hear from the elevator area, he's walking out. He's like, really, Glory kickboxing days, huh? And I turn back around. He was like, man, you're a real fan, dude. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to be a kickboxer myself, amateur kickboxer. And he was like, oh, that's awesome, dude. He's like, do you want a picture or something? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's get a picture, Dustin Jacoby. So I got a picture with Dustin Jacoby, UFC light heavyweight, former Glory kickboxer. And then I walked over to the right by the elevator area. There was like a gift shop where I'd be getting drinks and like waters and stuff. And in there was Justin Gagey. And I was like, I just got a picture with one, got to get a picture with the other. So got a picture with Justin Gagey. I was like, what's up, man? I was just talking to Jacoby over there. Shout out to Gagey. Shout out to Jacoby. That was pretty dope. Fighting is sick. Fighting's fucking badass. You know? Shout out Glory Kickboxing. I'm going to do an open mic here. This is recorded on Monday. I'll probably just put it out right after. But I'm about to go do an open mic. Got some new jokes. I wrote a bunch of jokes like really within the last less than 24 hours, so I don't have any of them memorized. I'm literally just going to read them on stage, dude. It's a bunch of new shit. And I'm just going to read it like spoken word. Because I can't memorize all that shit that fast. Comedy's sick. But comedy's also gay sometimes. Not really. Just sometimes people can make it gay. When they're like thirsty for stage time. And like they want to be famous comedians. It's like, dude, let's just have fun, man. Don't let your goals get in the way of just having fun. Because chances are, hey, guess what? Nobody's going to fucking make it. Literally nobody. So let's just have fun, man. And the more you have fun, the cooler guy you are. The people that do make it, they might hit you up and be like, hey, you want to come do a spot with me because you were cool that one time? The people that are fucking all in their own heads, angry that they're not famous yet, they don't make friends, dude. Because they're fucking living in their own world. Can't appreciate the flowers. Because they're unhappy with their current situation. The hang is the best part. Hanging with other comedians. Like I've been going to a couple open mics, especially like Irish Bread Pub. Sometimes I'll go and just hang. I'm not even gonna do a set. It's like, why? If I don't have anything I'm specifically working on, I'll still go and support. But I'm not just like. Technically, I should get up there and do something, that's how you get better. But I'm not just gonna eat up stage time and just do bullshit. So it's kind of like it's kind of like teaching myself a lesson. It's like, hey, you probably haven't been working as hard as you should have been. Maybe if you worked a little bit harder and you had some stuff to work on by the time this open mic came up, then you could do some stage time. But guess what? You've been slacking off, been fucking around. So don't waste time on stage if you ain't got shit to talk about. But no, it is fun just to go and hang out with friends. Um, I don't know. These art forms are weird. Music is crazy. I like listening to music, but I don't look up to musicians. It's like I think it's kind of weird that like people follow rap culture so much. Like people look up to rappers, like even like rappers that are like bad people, like straight up criminals that like beat women and shit, and they'll get arrested, and people just be like, "Free him, free him." It's like because you liked a song, dude. It's like, yeah, he can have a cool song. It doesn't mean he's like a great person. It's weird that people look up to him, dude. It's like nobody ever like nobody walks around acting like a jazz musician, but people walk around acting like rappers. I guess people that rock fedoras walk around acting like they're jazz musicians. I don't know. Just rap is out of hand in general. R&B is kind of hilarious though. These guys are out here just getting super sexual, just talking about how they're just like simping on songs, talking about how they get the pussy wet and how they beat it up. Man, go get you some money first. You out here singing R&B, go get you some motherfucking money. Then go get yourself some pussy, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm trying to work on new material. Got some showcases coming up. I'm excited for that. I wanna tighten up the showcase stuff. I want to show like the best of what I got. Cause I'm not a natural at most things. It usually takes me a while to understand the basics. Cause like nobody's an expert at something day one. But my best traits are discipline and obsession. It's like I keep working on things nonstop. I work hard. I have good discipline from like MMA and training. And it's just like MMA. If I'm passionate about something like MMA or comedy, it just consumes me, dude. It's an obsession. Like you might be better than me at it right now, but in time, I will pass you because I will continue my training and my discipline. And even more importantly, my mind never stops. My mind is always working. And I was blessed with a brilliant mind, but it's discipline and obsession above all else. I'm always working and I'm always learning. I am a machine. I will not stop. We might be doing similar things, but I am playing a very different game, and I am not burdened by the pursuit of status and fame. I am on a goal of growing as an artist and a human and a man, a martial artist and a comedian. People just want to make it and get paid. Nah, I do this shit for the love of the game, brother. If I don't make $1 off comedy the rest of my life, in fact, I'm cool with losing money because I'm on a special journey. I don't know quite where I am going, but it's about my development as a human and my growth along this path to the best version of myself. I'm not trying to be one of those motivational podcasters, but there is a fire inside of me, brother. I don't know what to tell you, but I hope you get something out of this, man. Right now, what are you not satisfied with and what can you do about it? Some things might be out of your control, but many things are not. Use your mind. Find a path. Create a plan. Execute the plan and bend your reality to your will. Powerful, powerful words I'm speaking to you, my brother. Bend reality to your will. You are powerful. You are a listener of the TKO podcast. You have the tools to shape your reality. And the key, it lies between your ears, my friend. Use your mind. I think that's where I'll end it, with those motivational words for you. Love you guys. TKO episode 13. And I'll see you next week. Keep grinding. Best version of yourself 2025.